Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the 2024 Toyota Prius. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larich Miller Toyota here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Prius. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder that's paired to a hybrid system and an eCVT. Power outputs are 194 horsepower combined, and then this is able to get 52 miles per gallon with city and highway driving. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting off with the hood, first off, this color looks so cool. And then you guys can see the lines there on either side, and of course the Toyota logo in the center. And then you probably noticed the cool light design here with the new Prius. It's pretty crazy looking, for a Prius at least. Notice the parking sensors, and notice how the front end's mostly closed off for aerodynamic efficiency. And when you put it all together, the front end of this new Prius looks so sporty. Now around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 195/50/19 in the front and over on the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you've got this silver mixed with the metallic gray, kind of like a thing in the car industry right now. Notice the fender flares are actually painted, which is really sharp looking. Same thing with the mirror caps and then the singular door handle on the side. And then here's your full side view with the new Prius. It's got this cool wedge shape, kind of like a Lamborghini. I guess it's a Prius-gini, right? And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. You also have the Toyota logo there at the bottom as well. And then popping into the hatch area of the Prius, this isn't a massive car, but the cargo space is pretty good here in the back. I will say it's not the most in terms of vertical space, but it does go in pretty far. And when you're all done with it, they actually give you a nice handle here where you can just flip. Lets us know what package this is right here with the badge in the back, and then you guys can see the light bar design and then the Prius logo down below, and then HEV below that as well. And then we do have parking sensors in the rear. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with the new Prius. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch all the way at the bottom here and normal Toyota handle. And then taking a look at the seats, nice perforated trim all down the center portion. And then legroom in the back here is good. We also have a little storage pocket on the side. We of course have a cup holder armrest as well. And then headroom, it's good. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch here at the top. We got blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then more soft touch down below. And then we have all of our window controls here with our mirror adjustments. And then taking a look at the seats, perforated all down the center portion. Then we got our power adjustments there on the side, and then you got stuff like your heated steering wheel, and then I like this trim, and that's pretty cool. And then the dash, it's actually not soft touch, interesting. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, it's soft touch all around, and you've got some nice stitching there as well. We got a bunch of practical controls like our cruise control, steering assist. It is adaptive, by the way, with the cruise control. Volume and voice command controls as well. And then you guys can see the stocks here in the back. And yes, this has the weird thing where no matter where you put the steering wheel, it always kind of gets in the way of the gauge cluster there in the center. Kind of a weird design thing. But anywho, when it comes to the gauge cluster itself, pretty self-explanatory. It tells us that we're in the EV mode right now. Lets you know fuel range, speed, all of that kind of stuff. It's a nice looking digital gauge cluster overall. Now in reverse, you guys can see we've got the trajectory lines here. They don't turn with the steering wheel, but resolution is pretty good overall with the camera system. And then as the rest of the infotainment system, it's Toyota's newer unit, just miniaturized here for the Prius. And then I like how you've got the analog volume control built in, and the stop-start button is just down below that. Now this part of the dash here is actually soft touch, which is nice. And the very end part, not. But yeah, just this part right here is soft touch. And then look at the trim that goes to the vent and then kind of across here with like the little blue accenting. And then we do happen to have our climate control right here. We have heated seats for the front as well. And then some USBs here at the bottom. And we've got our little secret compartment underneath. I think it says like hashtag hidden compartment. Anyways, got some cup holders here. Shifter here for the eCVT, drive mode select, which the drive modes will pop up here in the center gauge cluster. And you know, most of the time when you drive the Prius, because the last time I had one of these, I just kept it in normal, to be honest. Anyways, stability control, EV mode, auto hold, your parking brake, wireless phone charging pad, which is interesting where it's placed. And then the center console, pretty good, the storage. And guess what, we're on the topic of storage, glove box, also good. Now here's the window sticker for this Prius, again, XLE. You guys can see all the standard equipment here. Total MSRP $32,617, and let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility here on the Prius. You guys can see visibility over the hood, both mirrors, do a blind spot wiring throughout the rest of the rear, and let us set off here in the Prius. So first off, seat comfort's actually, it's good. It's really good. I like these seats in the XLE, and I think this XLE might end up being the Prius sweet spot. It's very comfortable, and it's just the pricing on this is so reasonable. Good power right off the bat. Yeah, it's solid. And I mean, you can hear the engine obviously on a bit, but it's not bad. It's not, I mean, it's just rumbling a little bit in the background, I guess, is a good way to put it. Some other stuff here. I do find it interesting that they did soft touch in the front. This is what every single automaker does, I feel like, in this segment. They do soft touch in the front, and then the back on the top of the door handle isn't soft touch. It's like they're being picky with where they're gonna do the soft touch. What does this Honda do? Oh, I think I know now. I think the Honda is trying to get all the way over into the turn lane. So yeah, yep, I guessed it. I was like, why aren't you just turning? It's been open for like 10 hours. Okay. Gosh, that's such good power. Again, for a Prius, this thing's got some oomph to it. You just, yeah, you don't expect a Prius to have this kind of power. It just drives, it drives well though, overall. Yeah, it's got so much torque. It's stupid, because it's a Prius. Yeah, you just don't expect a Prius to be like this. So I know a little bit of a short drive. I did live with a Prius for a week, and I actually really enjoyed it. Again, great gas mileage. And so, yeah, to sum things up, the new Prius is such a good car. Seems like they sell as quick as the Toyota dealers get them, and it makes sense. It's affordable, it gets good gas mileage, and so like, and it's quick. Like, all the things you had to concede with the previous generation Prius, I shouldn't say all the things, but most of the things, right, you don't have to concede with this one. It looks good. The old one looked ugly, so you don't have to deal with ugly looks anymore. The interior is nice on this. It drives well, and it's, you know, it's still economical. So like, I don't know, I feel like you get a lot. It's got power. Like, it's so good. And so I think that the new Prius is going to continue to be sold out for quite some time because of everything that it offers. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are now kind of waking up from the whole EV thing, EV craze, and realizing that, I don't think I want to deal with the charging network and this and that. And so, you know, even though this isn't technically as efficient as, you know, something like a Tesla Model 3, it's surely more reliable, and you have way more infrastructure, the gas infrastructure we have here in the US associated with the Prius, that you can take advantage of. And so, yeah, it just makes sense. And it's over 50 miles per gallon. I mean, again, even though it's not technically as, you know, efficient as an electric car, that is so efficient. Like, you're already going to be spending next to nothing in gas with this. So if you went from this to an electric car, I mean, resale value, you'd actually make money compared to an electric car, because, like, even though you might spend a little bit more money on gas compared to what you spend in power generation with an electric car, the resale value on this is going to be a billion times better than any electric car. So that's kind of where you'll make up some of your money when you're done with this. And yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think about the new Prius. I am all about it, and I think this XLE package is a great value.